Hello, my dear viewers. It is that time of year again, that wonderful time when one can predict one's heart's leisure. And dare I say that I feel giddy and that I feel happy? I feel happy! I feel happy that this may be the year of years when we finally see the release of the single-player campaign of our beloved space alleged MMO. 'Tis the season to be Squadron, and without further ado, it is time to predict, guess, and manifest some possibilities for the release of Squadron 42.
If any of my predictions are proven wrong and you strive to point this out, I will sue you for slander.
And there was much rejoicing.
And we of course begin with the very likely tier. We of course begin with prediction number the first. Squadron 42's release will be announced during Invictus launch week this May and probably be a release date around CitizenCon. Chris Roberts will cry, and all the wrongs he has ever committed against us will be forgiven because, look at him, he's just so cute and affable. You can't stay mad at him. Until the next Star Citizen patch is released and we go back to coping and seething and hating him again.
Okay.
But how will they make us, the old heads, spend more money on a game we already pre-ordered so long ago? Here, dear viewer, is my prediction. The Squadron 42 Original Pledge Upgrade Package.
Upgrades, people, upgrades. That's how we make the dough.
There will probably be several options, and they are very likely to be a thing. You spent $20 over a decade ago to pre-order this game? Did you put down several more dollars, maybe tens, hundreds, or thousands? Introducing to you the Squadron 42 Upgrade Pledge, where you, for a slightly reduced price, can get a deluxe or collector's edition. Who am I kidding? You don't get any discounts. Get it now before the digital items run out, people!
Scientifically possible!
Yes, now it is time for the likely tier. Jared is going to say, when? Now! At some point during the release and/or release party, because he is sick of having people ask that question. But when will he say this? I don't know when. Chris Roberts will summon as many of the actors as possible to the CitizenCon with a panel reminiscent of Comic-Con so that the fans can interact with the actors. And now, building upon the previous prediction, several of the actors in the game will have forgotten all about it and be surprised that it released, and of course due to all the sudden burst of attention they're getting. Some may even forget the 42 part and say Squadron 54 like someone else did at a point. Day 1 downloads will overload and crash the servers, potentially even the RSI website due to the sheer hype and the amount of traffic. Previously deceased brothers in backing will return to the realm of the living, spinning at Mach 15 and generating enough electrical output to power Bolivia for 1,000 years. The Kickstarter pre-order bonuses will be delayed by several months because they probably forgot about them. Squadron 42's new flight model will be more arcadey than expected, angering hardcore fans as these changes will soon be migrated into Star Citizen, causing a firestorm on the Spectrum, Reddit, and Discord.
Oh my god, no way!
And enough with the likely stuff, now it is time for the unlikely shite that I've come up with. Squadron 42 will be announced to release in 2026, but due to unforeseen events and/or consequences, it will have to be delayed to 2027. To be released in 2028 because it's only 2 years away. Now this is a true hot take. Brace yourselves, people, because I believe that Squadron 42 will release relatively bugless. One would of course hope with all these years of polish that they'd nail a release and go against the grain of so many other developers and release a game relatively faultless, hitting the ground running. Imagine that. Squadron 42 will be announced to release for consoles, which is one of the reasons the flight model feels more arcadey and dumbed down. This of course to accommodate Chris Roberts' fascination with controllers. Due to the sheer amount of people that have worked on the project that is Squadron 42, the credit sequence will be in the ballpark of 2 hours long. A making-of documentary will be announced or released alongside the release of Squadron as a bit of a fluff piece to emphasize the groundbreaking tech developed, and it will make no reference to the long development time.
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
Ah yes, this down here is where I belong, people. Welcome to my Schizo tier. Squadron will be released on Steam. Now, I'm Schizo, but not that Schizo. There is no way in hell Chris Roberts or CIG would want to let Steam take 30% of their profits. I think this is also especially important because this is a crowd-funded game, and as much money as possible should be reinvested into the game or the games, because without us, there'd be no game. Personally, I think a Steam release is a little bit of a betrayal against the crowdfunding concept, even though I am a massive fan of Steam. Any upgrade package that they will unveil will be given to the oldest of the backers, particularly the Kickstarters, for their patience and trust. Backers before 2017 will be perhaps given an extra little cutesy hanger flare bonus in Star Citizen for the whoopsie. Squadron's sequel will be announced in some form, and there will definitely be no controversy that they are doubling down on Squadron instead of focusing on Star Citizen for the foreseeable future. Squadron 42 will be more popular than GTA 6. Right guys, please, we need this. The game has so many cutscenes, it stops being a game and is considered more of an interactive movie. Fans are left wondering why it wasn't released to theaters instead. Squadron 42 has been released this whole time. We just forgot about it because it's actually just Star Wars. Impossible. And now, finishing up with the impossible tier. Squadron 42 will release. It is always 2 years away. As always, thank you all very much for watching. Join the Discord, join the org for fun times if you feel so inclined. Support the channel by liking, commenting and subscribing and all that other cringe shit. If you further wish to support the channel, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member or by giving some dosh on Ko-Fi. Ta-ta! As always, a stupendous thank you to all my wonderful Baru merchantmen, without whom all this content would probably be very improbable indeed. A marvelous and special thanks to my apex fishies of Raptor Jesus, Half-Breed, and Magic. A suspicious thank you to my wonderful Sue-Strummings of Combat Creations, The Duck, Big Kronk, and Davidri. My wonderful exquisite people of the fantastic class of Ifinora and Ignore Me. And a wonderful thank you to my enthusiasts of the Deathbringer 666, Long Yawn, Bloodix, and Monk. Thank you all very much for the money.